Like you have creator-led brands pushing really the envelope of what is possible for a creator in terms of monetization. And
Absolutely.
again, you have Mr. Beast there as the front runner. How do you experience these creator-led brands that probably you're already working with, and the creators behind it? Like, are they these incredible entrepreneurs and people that are just so talented that they can do everything, or do they have a team around them that tells them, hey, now it's time to sell chocolate bars? Like, how does that work, like in
Yeah.
reality?
I think we've been very close to that trend for the last 7 years, and we've been participating by distributing or investing or innovating with the creators. I have to say that it's traditionally been a more of a challenge than a win. I think we hear about the successes, but we don't hear about the 99% losses out there. I think the creator opportunity to distribute products is a very good opportunity. I think the creators creating their own brand is still a very challenging opportunity because there's a creator has to have a full team around them, and I think ultimately to be successful in building a brand, you have to have the core pillars that it takes to build that brand. Look, I think there's still so much that can be done working with creators, but obviously we've seen a lot of examples of recent sales of beauty brands, whether it's Fleur or Rhode by Hailey Bieber or Chriselle Lim who did Fleur. But we certainly think that using the creators as the distribution channel for content and products is certainly the way.
And thinking about how that would work, like for such a brand to then enter the Chinese market, I would see the immediate problem that most likely those creators are not very well known in China. One, because of the language barrier, but then also because they're most likely active on platforms that are just not available in
That's right.
China.
Yeah.
So how does that look like? How do such creators think about the obvious goal to enter a market with 1.3 billion consumers potentially, when they don't really have a foot there in the door?
I think it's going to take time. There's no shortcut to building an authentic audience and super fans. I think we've seen an incredible amount of super fans around sporting teams, whether it's the NBA or NFL. And there's a lot of these tours that come to the to China. We're seeing Travis Scott is performing it next month. We saw a massive Kanye tour last earlier this year. So I think the West are really recognize that the Chinese audience are excited, but you have to invest. You can't expect that you're sitting in your bedroom live streaming from your bathroom into China expecting to make sales. That just doesn't happen. The Chinese culture really pay respect to people that take the time and effort to learn about their culture. And I think if you do that properly and you really spend time and effort there, I think there's a massive opportunity to build a real fan base. We work with a lot of talent who are from the sporting industries, particularly the NBA, and they go every year, maybe twice a year, but their fan base, are strong, and we've seen examples of them selling all types of products from shoes to bottles of wine, and they can do incredible sales. So I really am excited that I'm hoping that the barriers to travel and making sure that we bring a lot more talent to the Chinese markets is wide open.